And it's just, I get aggravated because I can't understand how a father could be exploiting other men. Your method does not work. And I'm not gonna sit here and even entertain this anymore. I really just wanted to get on the call to let you know that what you're doing is wrong.
Damn, Daniel.
Well, nothing's really going on my way, Chris. Hadn't heard from him. I'm going 1099 within the next week. So that's going to stop the IWO. Right. So I don't know what I'm sure they're going to try to do something at that point, but I'm just kind of at a standstill.
What happened is there's nothing on your case. So we need to do the lawsuit.
Right.
Well,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think we want to do a lawsuit? We just waiting or for a while?
The courts are going to be closed on the 15th. All the courts are closed on the 15th because of the thing. So we have time. If I can get with you with the lawsuit, I will do that. But the courts are closed as of the 15th.
Okay. Is there anything else I need following up with that? Because I know I gave you my, I guess all I thought I needed to give you.
Timeline. Yes, you gave
I gave you the timeline. Yeah. Is there anything else?
No, nothing else.
Okay. Yep. So, like I said, I'm going 1099 in a week or so. And wait and see what happens.
Right, 1099 don't pay Chelsea.
Right. That's exciting.
And here's the thing, people don't believe me when I said that. People don't believe me. I mean, they just believe the courts, but remember, Barack Obama says 1099 don't pay child support, and Trump says 1099 don't pay child support. So I don't know who, who's. I mean, I can't go to higher authority. I'm the president. I mean, both presidents says 1099 don't pay child support, so I can't go higher than the president.
All right. So when they try to send me, like, say, a letter in the mail or something, is that what we're going to respond with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. 1099 don't pay the child support. And the thing is, it's already in the law, which is why the president said so. It's already in the law.
Got it. Okay. That's all I got, sir.
One thing is, it's all about the federal funds. That's it. It's just all about the federal funds. They don't want to say, they don't want to do anything because the federal government pays them automatically. The federal government pays them automatically. So that's why they don't want to put cases.
Yeah, and then, I got my VA benefit money coming in, so they may automatically try to take that out.
They're going to try. No, they are going to try. They are going to try. But the thing is the VA benefit is the VA. I think the benefit is protected. The VA benefit is protected. Yes. The VA benefit is protected because here's the thing. The case is called Rose versus Rose. No, is it Rose versus Rose? Okay, do that. Rose versus Rose. Let me look at that up. Because normally I don't deal with the VA benefit because they're protected. Rose versus Rose. Okay.
They can't put like an automatic IWO on it. We have to respond to them, right?
Yes, we have to respond to them, but they can't do that. Okay. Rose versus Rose. By the way, this is a case law. This is a case law from 1991. because your VA benefit is because of your status. There are, let me say this, they are giving you the benefit because you enlisted in the army. So they're paying you that. And it's not protected. And here's the thing, child support cannot mess with that money. That's why. Yes. And the case law is called Rose versus Rose. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, please. I would like to read that.
Yeah.
Rose versus Rose.
Rose versus Rose.
Okay, Rose versus Rose.
Yeah. It's the only case that talks about it. The VA benefit is untouched.
See, here's the thing. You see how the people who are on these calls, they're people who do not know anything, and they're willing to take any type of information, any case law he throws out there. He's like, oh, okay. He says, oh, President Obama says 1099 don't pay child support. Who's higher than the president? Everybody's just gonna be like, oh yeah. Read your law. Read your state law. Read your codes, your family codes. It's gonna tell you. He's not talking about that.
There's a lawsuit there.
Right. Copy. Rose versus Rose, discuss that. And it could discuss it in detail. That VA benefit is as of your service, and it cannot be. The government cannot encumber upon it.
See, the thing is, what I can't get down with is he has people. I don't know if you guys can see this, but he has these Zoom calls where he racks up these guys who need help, and he puts them in these calls, and then he sits there and just tells them this, gets them off his back, he gets money from it by coming up with these bullshit ass template paperwork, and it's like that paperwork's not going to work for him. The only reason why I'm not getting involved in this call right now is because I want you guys to see how he acts when I confront him about my case. If I start talking right now, he's going to kick me out this Zoom call because he doesn't want people to call him on his fraud. Child support made simple is a fraud.
Yeah.
Okay. Rose versus Rose. Got it.
Rose versus Rose. I just sent it to you. And when you get a chance, read that case law. It's very interesting. Read that case law.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna read it as soon as I get to my desk.
Yeah. And it's very succinct, but it's made very clear. You are compensated for your service. That's it.
Right.
Compensated for your service. Okay.
Well, you see what cricket, man. All right.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Chris. Appreciate it. Have a happy holidays.
All right. Bye. Who else is on the call?
Daniel.
Hey, Daniel. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, what happened is I was in the hospital. I've been going back and forth to the hospital.
How you doing?
Technically, I'm sick, which is okay. But, yeah. Anyway, you said the judge was angry about...
Yeah, you remember we had filed that notice of intent to sue back in October when they were demanding my financial affidavit. Right. So we did. I did that, and he was about to lock me up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really find it funny though, Chris. I mean, they're like.
No. The problem is. No, I'm not finding it funny, but how are they going to lock you up again? You did not do anything.
For disobeying a court order.
No, there's no court order.
There was a court order. There was a court order asking for my financial affidavit.
No. Financial affidavits is voluntary. And here's a case law. Here's a case law.
Yeah, but where's the rules in the court? In Illinois, the rules of the court is $750 for family court. So in family court, they're obligated to ask and implement child support, especially if you're not attacking the original order or petition of them saying that I have no time with my children and that the child doesn't reside with me. So since I didn't rebut that, that's hearsay evidence to be true.
Hold on. Let me look at your case here. Let's see what we file. Absent. Did we do an absent parent?
Yeah, we did. We did an absent parent. We did. None of that stuff works, Chris. Like none of this stuff works, Chris.
Okay. You're saying it doesn't work? It does work. They're ignoring you.
Yeah.
They're just ignoring you. Okay? You're just ignoring you, right? Because there's case law about it. They're just ignoring you. Ignoring you is not the same thing. It doesn't work. It's not.
Yeah. Remember when I asked you, Chris, if you've ever done any other cases as such as mine, and you were like, and you told me no, that you never had a case where it actually went like this. You mentioned something about people file a sheriff letter and it keeps the sheriff off your back, XYZ. This doesn't work. None of this stuff works, Chris. I mean, and I'm not trying to. No. But listen, hear me out. No, hold
on. Is Jared is Joshua or Jared on the line?
I'm on the line, Chris. Joshua.
Okay, Joshua. We sent the sheriff letter, right?
Right.
Guess what? What happened?
Well, I sent the sheriff letter and nobody has come after me.
But did you have a contempt hearing?
Yes, I did. I had a contempt hearing. They held me in contempt. I sent in my rebuttal with the help of Chris, and they never did anything. It's been over a year or close to it where they haven't even tried to come after me.
But what happened to the case?
The case is still open right now. We're working on trying to respond. They're ignoring me as well. They haven't responded to any of my stuff.
Yeah. And see, that's my point, Chris. So look, I mean, I'm not gonna waste anybody's time, Chris. I've been studying law insanely, and I've tried, child support is fraud. I tried child support made simple. All of these people. I've found the only way that people are receiving relief is when you attack the orders, when you respond to the orders, when you use the rules of the court, because they do make procedural errors. But if you're not attacking them with the rules of the court, you're not going to get anywhere. These case laws are what we consider persuasive law. Persuasive law is not going to work in your state hearings, especially in the circuit court level, in the administrative level. So I just feel like you're underhanding these men who need real help to child support. You're underhanding them. The same thing child support is fraud is doing. You're underhanding these men who need help straight to these people. And I almost was locked up twice and I could not get a hold of you. The only reason why I wasn't locked up the second time was because I actually went out my way to study my family court codes and regulations in Illinois. So it's just, I just don't think that it's right what you're doing. I didn't get on this call for advice. I got on this call to let you know that I think that what you're doing is scamming and exploiting men that need help. I don't condone it. And I think that you should do some reflecting on what you're doing to these guys, because it's just insane. I know these guys are not getting relief. So I'll leave that at that. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I'm going to say, but anything else?
No, because you told me yourself that you have never seen somebody in my case, help somebody in my case get relief. So, I mean, I don't think you even have anything to say, to be honest, but I'll let you.
No, I have not said that. I have not said that.
You know I have all my calls recorded, right?
I understand.
So you did say that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this is the thing is, Chris. Though it's just I actually go out my way to help and stand for something. And when I see somebody underhanding people and men in general that need help straight to these people with no leg to stand on, it's just insane, Chris. Like I had some respect for you. You know, I appreciated your help, but just it wasn't help. It wasn't. It absolutely was the reason why I got locked up the first time. Had to pay $1,000 to find out. If I did not get locked up.
No. You did not do what I said. Send the sheriff letter. You did not. Literally, you did not. You said, what was it for? And you says, okay, I'm not going to send it.
No, but my point is, Chris, I have real courtroom experience. I can't speak on everybody and I can't speak on yourself, but I have real courtroom experience and I've seen what works. And I actually won a couple of my motions recently by using the new method and strategies that I've been implementing since I've stopped working with you. And I've actually seen success, which is why I can honestly sit here on the phone and tell you what works and what doesn't work. Using case law from other states and you thinking that Howlett versus Rose is going to make that applicable to your case is far-fetched and it's not the truth. And that's just point blank period. And if each state has a Supreme Court, you should be using, if you're in California, you should be using your Supreme Court case laws that are in California. If you're in Illinois, you should be using Illinois because they have already addressed these issues in your state. But if you're in Missouri and you're using California case law and you're saying, oh, well, in this sentence, it talks about this. People talk about Lujan versus Defenders versus Wildlife and say that if there's no actual injury, then it's hypothetical. Well, in that case law, they're not even speaking about child support. They just took a sentence and tried to implement it into child support. It doesn't work. And it's just, I get aggravated because I can't understand how a father could be exploiting other men. Your method does not work. And I'm not going to sit here and even entertain this anymore. I really just wanted to get on the call to let you know that what you're doing is wrong.
What I'm doing is not wrong.
It is. You have no success. You might prolong the process. But it's not giving them relief. I can tell you that right now. Find me 2 people that got relief, and I will shut up. But you don't. And I told you that I put together videos, and I was gonna actually talk very good about you if what you were doing was righteous, but it's not.
Okay. I have cases that have had success, even a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's not, man.
No. I already have the receipts, so look. You can be angry at me, you can be whatever, you know. And this is your prerogative, but I have success. Literally, I have success.
That's the same thing as Child Support is Fraud Lionel saying that he has success. He has success because the kid was never his, and someone signed the signature, so there was fraud on the court. But when you're talking about a father who's actually trying to be there for his kids, he's not denying the kids, those are his kids. You can't use the same strategy and say there's due process violations in Child Support's method on implementing support. You can't use that. You have to attack the orders. It's deeper than that. And what am I saying? Am I saying that, the education or the conspiracy is not true? No, there is a big conspiracy on it. And some of the things like 42 USC 65AA with the incentive program, yes, those things are very true. But if you're trying to give a father relief, attacking those big issues is not going to get him relief. I can tell you that right now. that if the problem is way bigger than that one guy, it's not gonna work. You have to attack the orders. If you're not rebutting the orders are true. We know that. Why? Because administrative court goes on presumption. So
Prima facie, not presumption.
Hearsay, each state uses its own terminology. Presumption, hearsay, prima facie is all the same thing.
Prima facie.
Look it up.
Yes.
You're talking to somebody that knows what he's doing. So, I mean.
It's not presumption, it's prima facie.
Right. Right, it's all the same thing. But anyways, my point is, like, if any man's on this call, you know, going against child support, attack the orders. Don't just be filing affidavits with no motions. It won't work for you. And that's pretty much all I gotta say, bro. Have a good day.
Okay. That was that. That was that.
Yeah, that was very interesting. I don't know. What do you think, Bruce?
The issue is, when I first got together with this gentleman, he's contentious. He says, you said this. I said, no, I didn't say it. And then he went into his files and I said, no, I didn't. I'm like, dude, I'm on your side. I'm on your side.
Yeah. You know,
you're being the messenger.
Right. You know, I don't know. It's interesting. I think, you know, a lot of men we go through these situations, and Chris, I've watched a lot of years.
But here's the thing. It's frustrating. I understand that because I went through it. It's frustrating. Yeah.
Well, I saw your videos on YouTube where you had your interviews. I forgot the gentleman's name or I've seen, it several times where, you talk about your situation and how you handled yourself in court. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's legit. I understand it takes time, and that's why, I keep trying to.
The reason why, here's the thing. The reason why it takes time, you cannot close your own case. You can encourage people, right? But you cannot close your own case because the state statute says only the agency can close a case. And here's a statute.
I can't do this. Y'all see it for yourself. He couldn't debunk anything I was saying. He couldn't say anything I was saying was wrong. All he was doing was deflecting. As soon as I finished what I had to say, he tried to shift the blame. Y'all see it for yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments.